take a ride. Yeah, it's not real far, but far enough. Place I wanted to stop at. Probably gonna grab me something to eat there. We'll see. Anyway, how y'all doing? Make sure y'all hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Appreciate it very, very much. Anyway, let's talk. Keep a brother company. Cause I ain't got nothing to do. I'm out early. Well, this ain't early for me. I'm always up early. I'm an early person. I go to bed early. I wake up early. Why? It's the way I am. I'm used to getting up real early. I like getting stuff done and getting it out the way as soon as possible. That's just my way. I am. I've always been like that. I don't like. I'm just, I'm not a night person. I could be up at night, but I like getting up early in the morning and getting my day started. So that's why I'm an early morning person. That's just the way I am. Enjoying life. But while I'm on here, might as well talk about it because as it relates to all of this fraud, welfare fraud and the Somalia situation. These people were coming over here and basically frauding the government. And the thing is, we all know this stuff was going down. We just didn't know what scale it was. Most people know that they're scammers. They scam the government, scam the system, and they think they're getting away with something, which a lot of times they are. But the thing about it is that as a taxpaying citizen, what I am, the one thing I'm getting tired of is hearing about it. That's where I'm at. I want to see people in jail. That's me. I want to see them go to jail. This is why I was real adamant, and this is the reason why I voted the way I voted, because I wanted these illegal immigrants out of here. It's one thing to have to deal with the people in your country that's doing slick stick stuff to steal money, manipulate the system, theft, all that stuff. I get it. I mean, it's one thing to have to deal with that in your country from the citizens of the country. But when people come from another country and start scamming the system, stealing the wealth of your country out of your home, you should have a problem with it. You should have a problem with it. And the fact that they got other citizens, so-called American citizens, I doubted that to some extent. When I say American, they might be citizens, but they don't care about this country. They've been deceived. But we make up the country. So when you try to say, oh, America's this, if you're American, you're in this country, you make up this country. So if you want the country to be better, you just be better. That's how you add and make the country better, by just being a better person. But to let other people come from another country and scam the system on the scale that they've been doing it. And like I said, we all know people that do it. Like, I ain't gonna say everybody know, but I've seen people on a smaller scale growing up manipulating stuff to try to get some type of government benefits. I never wanted anything from the government. I'm the type of person that's get up and I believe in doing it on my own. I want to do it on my own. I know I'm going to get help, maybe from somebody helping me out, like a family member, or, your parents helping you, the people that are in your close circle. They're not taking care of you, but they're helping you along the way to help you to further reach your goal or what it is you're trying to reach. That type of stuff, I understand. But when you start to milk the government, you're not milking the government. You're milking the taxpayers. You're not stealing from the government. You're stealing from the taxpayers. The money that the taxpayers pay in taxes is not for you. It's for the infrastructure of the country. Number one, making sure our military is well built, well supplied, well made, well built, got the best weapons possible. Certain things like that, the government is making sure that companies are not out here monopolizing and stepping in when they're trying to do that. There's a lot of things that the government serves a purpose for, but there's a lot of stuff that the government's involved in that they should not be involved in. And they're using all of these slick so-called organizations to steal money from taxpayers, and they don't give a darn who they do it to. Happy New Year to you too. I'm stressed. I'm never stressed. Never in my life am I stressed. I don't even know what that feel like no more. I haven't been stressed out since I gave my life to Christ. Now, have I had tough and hard moments? Yeah, but I'm be honest with you, I have zero. I don't even know what stress feel like anymore. Turn the heat on in my car. Yeah, I'll eventually put it on. My vehicle is a diesel, so turning the heat on immediately, I don't get heat like that. My truck is old and it takes a while before it warms up, before I can actually get some heat out of it. So I'll leave it off and I just keep on going until the temperature of my truck dries up, warms up to where I'm actually can get some heat. I don't have a new vehicle. My vehicle is an 08. And although it's still running and it looks fairly decent, I don't want to buy a new vehicle. They're too darn expensive. So you know what I do? I hold on to it. Good morning. Yeah, that ain't how America works. The money that the Americans, the money that this government is doing, it does not come from the government. It comes from the taxpayers, the working taxpayers, the tax structure and everything. America would not have no value if we wasn't doing anything. Like, we didn't produce anything, make anything, build anything, we wouldn't have no value. If we didn't build cars, make cars, all the stuff that we do is where the money comes from. We have value. And that's what gives it value, when people want the stuff that you build, make, and everything else. The Federal Reserve and the currency is just an exchange, a way of exchange for goods and services. We use currency to do that. You're not using IOU notes and stuff like that. That's the currency. But if you don't have a strong working labor force and you don't have a strong infrastructure, you don't have businesses and industries and stuff like that functioning, that money is useless. What's up, dogs? What's going on? God bless you, brother. Welcome in, welcome in. Welcome in. Make sure y'all hit the like button for a brother. Hit the subscribe button for a brother. And let me tell y'all something. And because my brother Dogs came on here, I'm going to go into this conversation as it relates to the NBA, sports in general. But I'm going to talk about the NBA a little bit. I'm not a person that watches basketball, nothing like that. But the only reason why I'm having this conversation is because I used to watch here and there basketball. And I'm sorry I'm getting off subject, but I just want to say it because my brother Dogs is on here, and he has a basketball team, and semi-pro basketball teams, which is Delaware Dogs. Great team. Off the roof. Great team, and I tell y'all, as it relates to the NBA in my opinion sucks. And it's just me. I'm not saying anybody else. I don't watch the NBA no more. I just don't even watch it. Where I get it from the NBA is from Mike Sports Vibes, from Dogs. Mostly Mike Sports Vibe, and then Dogs, he talks about NBA and NFL. He's been on this page or whatever. So if you're on here, please check out Dogs Basketball, his YouTube channel. Give him a subscribe. Like his channel, go check out his content. He's on the beginning phases of it, but eventually it's going to grow. I guarantee it's going to eventually grow. But if, in my opinion, this is just me, if there was any moment in time to build an industry around basketball and overtake the NBA, is right now. Like, to me, if someone had just enough money and just enough opportunity, they can literally take down the NBA right now. Now, it won't happen overnight. But if the NBA continue to be what the NBA is today, you can actually take them out. See, this NBA has a stronghold because there's no competitiveness. There's nobody competing on that level when it comes to being basketball entertainment. I think the same thing with the NFL, honestly. I just think that people don't have enough money to compete because they're so large. But if anyone gets enough money or the ability or the stamina, I'm gonna say stamina too, because that matters, to withstand what's going to come with that, they can take down the NBA and they can take down the NFL, because they suck. They're not worth the tickets. They're not worth the money that people go to watch them. The NBA players are always broke down, hurt, don't want to play, don't want to give it their all. They stand out there and want to shoot jump shots from it. And oh yeah, my thing is this, yeah, it might be good for your numbers, but it's not entertainment to people. And after a while, people just gonna stop going to watch the games. They're gonna stop viewing the game because it says boring. Because there's no killer instinct in it no more. And that's just my opinion. What's up, man? Do Magic 47, my brother. How you doing, man? Hope all is well with you. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. God bless you. God bless you, man. Real talk. I hope everything goes well with you, brother. I hope all is going well. I hope God extremely blesses your life, man. Real talk. But back to the NBA and NFL. This is just my opinion. And don't get me wrong, I like the Steelers, but I don't really watch football like that no more. I don't watch football and I don't watch basketball like that. I used to watch it a little more, but now it's just like, you know what I mean? I watch, I get the results from a distance. I don't sit there and engage it no more, because it's just, in my opinion, it's just a big joke. It's not, I can't even take it serious no more, because it's just, to me, it's too soft. It's just way too soft, and I don't care for it no more. But that's just my opinion on that. I mean, I'm not a professional. I don't have all the answers when it comes to the sports and stuff like that. I'm not a strong sports fan, even though I do have my Steelers jacket on today. But again, it's just I don't particularly care for what I see in it, and it's like it lost its luster that it had. And my point is, I'm making out that is that, yeah, the NBA and the NFL might not never go away, but I think if someone was smart enough and courageous enough, they can overtake them and become the top dog. And if it was any time to do it, this would be the time to do it, because it doesn't have its same luster no more. If someone can come up and just basically do what the NFL used to do what the NBA used to do, and you won. You already won. That's all it takes. Be what they used to be, when it was a competitive sport, as opposed to, I don't even know what to call it no more. So those people that be like, oh, LeBron James is a softie. He don't have that. You know what I mean? So I can't give him the same respect.
I can't believe they lost that game last week.
Yeah, it sucked, but you know how that is. It's football, you never know.
Yeah, with Tomlin.
Yeah, I think he's coming to his end. Yeah, that was somebody. No donuts today, bro. I'm actually going somewhere else today. Normally I'd be go get donuts. Today ain't the day for donuts. Don't mean I ain't gonna go get no donuts, but I'm not going to get donuts right now. Anyway, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button. But anyway, back to what I was originally talking about, which is the welfare fraud and all of that stuff around it. You know what I mean? The Somalians and stuff like that. And here's the crazy part, and I'm gonna probably get up under people's skin with this one. You know, being melanated in America, you know, you're gonna have some issues with, they're not major issues, but sometimes you go through these issues of where you might have to deal with some people's bigotry ways or racist ways, but it doesn't happen all the time. But it amazes me that these Somalians, these Mexicans, and all these other races throughout the years, when they come over this country, they don't want no parts of black Americans. Oh, black Americans this, black Americans are that. They had so much negative stuff to say about black Americans. And I'm being real with y'all right now. These people have criticized black Americans. They lazy, they don't want to do nothing, they don't want to do this, they don't want to do that. But as soon as they start getting deported, as soon as they started getting them out of here, as soon as stuff started happening, Now they want the black community, the melanated community, and black Americans to sign up to save them. No. This is where this is where sometimes you gotta understand why my loyalty is to my country. First God, family, and my country. I watch these people disrespect black Americans on a basis every single time. I've listened to them criticize black Americans in America. They call us lazy. They say first of all, we're not lazy. I tell you that. Number one, we're not stupid, and we're not idiots, and everybody's not the same. We got variations of different people in the black community, real talk. But I watched them criticize over the years, and now they at a moment where they behinds are starting to get deported and found out for all the slick stuff that they doing. They want black Americans to sign on to help them now. Nah, stay on the side you was when you was criticizing us. Stay on the side that you was when you said y'all can outwork us. Stay on the side that you were when all of the negative stuff that y'all said about us. Stay over there. We're not. It's not our job. Listen, when we have fights that we have to deal with in this country, where are they at? Stay over there. Listen, I don't care. This is my country. And I tell people this all the time. This is my country. I'm born and raised right here in America. My family is American. Everybody in my family throughout the years and years and years and years have been on this soil. It's my country. And I'm not going to let nobody come in my country and be okay with them taking advantage. I don't care about people migrating here legally. I'm not even talking to them. If you come over here and you go through the process and you do it the right way, we good. You are, in my opinion, you are American. You are. And your rights, because you did the process and you did it the right way, you're supposed to get the benefits of what come along with being American. But the people that I'm talking about, y'all know who I'm talking about. The illegal immigrants and all these other people that's coming over here scamming the system. And then the crazy part about it is this. The Democratic Party, by and large, have gotten the largest support from the black community than the Republican Party, right? And they're the ones been allowing these people to do it. But yet, when it comes to you, people that vote Democrat, they will send you through heaps and bounds to get the benefits that they're giving up on these legal immigrants. I'm just saying. They will send you through a whole bunch of heaps and bounds for you to get the very same benefits that they be giving to these illegal immigrants. And yet you keep voting Democrat as if something that the Democratic Party is doing is going to be beneficial to you. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. It doesn't even make sense. Why would you continue to support a party? If you look at the Democratic Party wealth and you look at the voters' wealth, it is a drastic difference. And they keep talking about, oh, no kings, no kings. Well, why is it that all of y'all got so much more money than the peasants that keep voting for y'all? But that's what it looks like to me. The politicians have gotten extremely wealthy like kings, and all they keep doing to the people that vote for them, like they treating them like peasants and giving them crumbs. They take it from the people that vote for them and giving it to people that can't. Well, they say they can't vote for them, but they are voting for them. They say they're not voting, but yet they are voting. They're not supposed to be voting, but they're voting. They say they're not voting, but they vote. So again, why would I continue to support a party that don't support the country? They're more concerned about everybody else and all these other countries than they are about Americans. And then they're the ones who allowed all these illegal immigrants to come over here and take advantage and do all the corruption and stealing from the American citizens and taking our tax dollars and doing whatever with it. And why, as Americans, why would we be okay with that? Why are we sitting back being okay with it? This is the one thing that I'm pissed off about is I want them all packed up, I want them all shipped out, and I want everybody involved in prison. And I'm not talking about no light sentences. This is the one thing that I have a problem with, and I'm tired of hearing it. I don't want to hear about the corruption. I want to see people go to prison for a long time. I don't want to hear about who's doing this. I'm tired of hearing about tent walks, about all of the corruption and stuff. I don't want to hear it. Put us behind in jail. I don't want to hear about all that. Because at the end of the day, if ain't nobody going to jail, what's the point? Just let them keep doing it at this point. Oh, snap. My vehicle just cut off. Interesting. Yeah, it looks like I just broke down. It just literally just cut off. Like my vehicle just shut off. It started back up, but that's weird. He said you have to be registered to vote. No, you don't. We got proof of that. You don't have to actually be registered to vote, because I can tell you right now, we already got proof that people was voting that wasn't registered. There's already proof, video. There's already proof of hundreds of thousands of people that have voted that wasn't supposed to be legally able to vote. So you gotta understand something. They was giving these people driver's license. They was giving them IDs. They weren't supposed to. They was getting, how you get truck drivers passing the CDL test but can't speak English. So no, that wasn't that. They was not supposed to be able to vote, but they were. Yeah, I don't know. My vehicle was acting weird. I might have to make a U-turn and go back on home. Which is probably what I'm going to do. Yep, it cut off again. Yeah, that's weird. My vehicle just started acting weird. Yeah, it's not overheating. Yeah, I know it ain't overheating. I think I know what it is, and I knew. This is the second time I've gotten gasoline from this one place, and I knew I shouldn't have got it. I knew it. I've never gotten gas there, and I shouldn't have never got gas there. And it's probably been 5 years since I've gotten fuel from this place, and I remember the last time I got fuel from there, and I had issues with my vehicle. And I have a diesel truck, so I went there and got fuel, and now and I think that's what the problem is. I don't know what the hell they do with their fuel, but it's the worst place to get fuel. No, it's actually a Sunoco place. It's Sunoco, and this is just like I remember. I've had this truck for almost 10 years, and I purchased gas. I got gas there yesterday, and I knew I should. Everything in me said, "Don't go get gas there." Everything in me said, "Don't go get gas there," and I still went there and got gas because I was like, "I need gas. I need to go get some fuel," and I went there and I got gas. And I'm having issues. And I knew I should have never put that gasoline in my vehicle. I knew it. And it's a diesel truck. But it's not the alternator. All my gauges are everything looks fine. Everything is where they're supposed to be at. The temperature, the oil pressure, the battery, everything is where it's supposed to be at. It's the fuel that I got from there. Because when I put my foot on the gas pedal, it's clogging out. And I know that it's that. Now, I might need to change my fuel filter. But even at that, the worst thing that usually happens is you can't pick up speed because it's a diesel engine. But when I got gas there, I know it's their fuel. I know 100%. I should have never got gas there. And I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. But I did, like an idiot. Instinctively, I shouldn't have never got gas there. And I know that their gas sucked. And I know some people might not understand that, but whatever this place is, their fuel sucks. And I knew I shouldn't have got gas there. And I got gas fuel there yesterday, and that was the worst thing I should have did. So I'm probably going to have this problem all the way back. And I'm going to have to Probably put some better fuel in here or burn this one out. Yeah, it might be the fuel filter. I mean, I had it changed a little while ago, but with diesel engines, you have to change the fuel filter. And what's happening is when I can feel it is not the fuel, just sucks. So I know I'm gonna have to I might even have to get the tank drain. I'm gonna have to burn this fuel out of here. I knew I shouldn't have got no fuel there. I knew it. Everything in me said don't do it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make it into a place and get some fuel cleaner, diesel fuel cleaner, and put it in there. But I'm not near a place to purchase it at, but I can probably make it there. I just can't keep my foot on the gas too long. Yeah, see it cut down. It just cut off again. And I know it's that fuel filter. Yep, it just cut off again. And my vehicle has never cut off. Yeah, it's never actually shut down, never cut off. Once I got gas at that one place, and everything in me said don't do it, and I still went and did it. It is what it is. It's life. Stuff happens. Stuff happens. It ain't that serious. This is why you can't let life stress you out when stuff just gonna happen. You can't have no control over it. You can't be mad. You can't throw fits. Stuff just happens. It's gonna happen. If I can make it to a fuel place, I'm gonna put some fuel cleaner in there. Hopefully that helps. I don't think it's gonna stop it, but hopefully it helps. And hopefully it helps. What's going on, Mark? Yeah, I agree with you. Some of these places get these gas from wherever. And for me, it does. And I don't know what this is. It just is acting up. And I don't do a whole lot of driving like I used to. I mean, she's still going. It cut off a few times, but you never did. This vehicle I've had for years, and I've never had it cut off on me. I've had it act weird because of that gas. And this is one of those moments where it's acting weird because of that fuel, and I got it. I knew I shouldn't have got gas here. I knew it. Says, don't buy that gas. And sure enough, I did, and I'm paying for it now. But I'm try to get some fuel cleaner, put it in there, and see if it helps. I mean, the vehicle is moving, but I don't have no real strong acceleration because of that fuel. But it is what it is. But this is why you can't let things stress you out. I mean, that stuff is gonna happen. Vehicles, when they get old, they're gonna break down. This vehicle I've had for 10 years. I got 60,000 miles, somewhere around there. Yeah, 260,000 miles on this vehicle. I did a lot of driving. Of course, it's a diesel engine, so you know, it's still got life in it. But it get me where I need to go. And even now with the issue with the fuel, it's still going, but it just, like I said, I know it might cut off again, but it starts right back up. So that just tells me it's the fuel. It's a fuel issue. And I'm telling you that when I got gas at that one place, that's what happened. Shouldn't have never got gas there. And if I would have been thinking, I wouldn't have got the gas there. But I knew I did it once. And I mean, their regular gas might be fine because I've gotten regular gas. It's just the diesel, because I've had gas vehicles that I've gotten gas in. But I always said that if I had to go get diesel fuel, I'm not going to go there. And sure enough, and it's a Sunoco station. The fuel, the gas station is Sunoco, but I should have known not to get their diesel fuel. I always got regular gas there, and I've had no problem. But the diesel fuel is where I had the problem with my truck, and I never got fuel there. And I know I should have never got fuel there. I should have stayed my behind out of there with that gas when it comes to diesel fuel. But I'm probably end up having to change the filter anyway because of that reason. I mean, the truck's moving, but it's not moving like it's supposed to move. So I'm gonna probably have to change the filter anyway, just because of I got some crap gas. I might have to go get but I'm gonna go to a mechanic. I mean, not mechanic. But I'm gonna go to an auto store and get me some fuel cleaner first. And put that in there, and it might help, because I had to do that before, and it actually did make a difference. It made a big difference when I put the fuel cleaner in there. So this might be one of those moments where I got to put fuel cleaner in. Put seafoam in the tank. Yeah, I'm not too sure what seafoam is. I don't know if you're joking with me or what, but I never heard of seafoam. Yeah, make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button. Appreciate it very much. I mean, the funny thing is, the more I'm driving, the more it seems like it's doing a little bit better. But I still got to go get some cleaner. That's funny. But this is an 08 Dodge Ram 3500. This is the Laramie or whatever you want to call it edition. When I got it, you know, with the, it's still a nice truck. It's still a nice truck. It's actually not in bad condition since I've had it for quite a while, but yeah, I'm gonna go, when I go into the auto store, I'm gonna see what that is, because I never heard of it. Now, this truck is diesel, so how does that work with diesel? Yeah, my truck is diesel, so it's not like a regular gas engine where they got spark plugs and stuff. This is different. But I know what it is. It's the fuel. This truck was running fine yesterday. I went and got gas there, and I had an issue with that gasoline at that company, at that particular gas station. And I knew I shouldn't have never got gas there, and I did anyway. And and this is what happens when you don't listen to what you already know. And I already knew that place, their diesel gas is not the great. I don't know where they get it from, but I knew I shouldn't have got it there. But it is what it is. And a few times the vehicle cut off because of it. But yeah, I'm just go, when I go into the auto store, I'm gonna see what that is. See what happens after the fact. But like, so far it's getting me where I need to go. But I got a decent ride to get to an auto store. But I don't have no it's not gonna pick up real fast. But I know when the fuel filter gets bad, this happens too. Is you might be able to get to about 35, 40 miles per hour, and it just you don't have no acceleration because the fuel filter needs to be changed. But this was running fine up until that point, and then all of a sudden, that fuel I put in there started acting crazy. So we'll see. Make sure y'all hit the like button for a brother. Hit the subscribe button for a brother. Y'all got to see me break down on the road. That was funny. It cut off like 3 times. Hasn't cut off since though. But I'm looking at the idle and it's idling correctly. It seems like it's doing idling correctly. So yeah, it cut off. But once, twice, 3 times. It started right back up, but that's how I know that it's a fuel issue because it's, sometimes they'll burn the fuel too fast and it'll shut the engine off because not enough fuel is getting to it. The mix isn't correctly. So you end up cut off because it's not getting enough fuel or enough air or whatever, however way that works. But in my opinion, it's probably not getting enough fuel, and the fuel that's in there is probably crap fuel. But we moving. I ain't got no speed, but well, I'm at 40. Sometimes you gotta drive your vehicle, even though it seems like you don't have to. But I don't do a whole lot of long distance driving like I used to. But yeah. How y'all doing? How's everybody doing? But back to my original conversation. But my point was I want to go back to this basketball thing, and I think that if someone was to do the right thing as it relates to basketball or the NFL, I think they can actually create a basketball league or a football league that can overtake the NFL or the NBA, because I just think those two in particular are not as good as they used to be. It's too soft, it's too fragile. And you pay these guys a lot of money, these players a lot of money, and people spend a lot of money to go watch these people play. Half of them sitting on the bench, and you pay all, some of these people spend a lot of money to go to these arenas or watch these games. And then you go to see a certain player play, and then you go there and you see that the person ain't even playing, and the game isn't electrifying, and you're looking at your money like, why would I keep spending money to go watch players play, to see a great game, but yet it's not even exciting no more. Yeah, there's a good possibility it might be some water in there in the fuel lines. I'll go with that too. It's probably where that place probably need to change their tanks or whatever. They probably got moisture getting into the tanks the way that they are. So I agree with that. It might be water in there. So like I said, that's why I'm gonna go get some fuel cleaner. I might even have to get some dry gas. I don't know. I never had to get dry gas for diesel, but I'm gonna see if they make it. But there's one person said something about seafoam or something like that, so I'm gonna see what that is and put that in there and see how it go with that. But that's crazy. A world away from here. How you doing? God bless you. Welcome in. Welcome in. Yeah, I was on my way somewhere and my truck vehicles cut off on me a couple of times, so I had to make a vital U-turn. I had to abort mission. Things not going well. Abort. I had to abort my mission. Now I gotta go get some fuel cleaner, I think, and put it in there and see what happens. And I'm gonna still have to go drive it and let it run through. It seems like it's doing better right now, but I'm not gonna jump the gun on that one. I'm gonna just stop at this fuel at AutoZone because I finally got here, and try to get some some fuel cleaner or something to put in there and see what happens. I've had that happen before, and it was mostly because I went to the same gas station, and I know I usually don't. I said I'm never getting gas there again, but I happened to, out of convenience, got gas there, and sure enough, for the years that I've never gotten gas there, you'd have thought I stuck to my word and not do it, but I did, and now I'm paying for it. And I know it's that place, and I should have known better not to go get gas there. And I know it's their fuel. I can 100% say it's their fuel. But I appreciate y'all being on this live. Appreciate it very, very much. I'm getting ready to go in here, so I might come back in a little bit later after I put some fuel stuff in there and see what happens. Y'all have a blessed, wonderful day. I'm out of here. Peace. Thank y'all for liking and subscribing.